Good morning, students. This lesson will be for class 7B monolingual and it will be about grammar. We will study about some prefixes like ER and OR, and also we will study the past simple of the verb to be. So please stay tuned. So let's start with the suffix. What is the meaning of suffix? Suffix is a morpheme or a group of words, a group of letters that you add at the end of a noun or a verb, and after you add it to the verb or the noun, it will give like a new meaning. You will create new words or meaning. For example, let's see this word. You have the rule in blue here. It is not a rule actually, it is like some examples. Now, look here, there are common nouns, suffixes added to existing noun or verbs, and they describe people and their jobs. Now, you will make like a new nouns describing people or jobs. Let's look at this word. Here you have dancer. Dancer is the person who like to dance. So what did we add here for the verb? The verb was dance. Just dance. D-A-N-C-E. We just add R here because we already have E. So no need to add ER. Okay, just R. So when you add ER or R only, you make a new word, which is a dancer. Same thing with singer, because the original verb is sing. So you just add ER and you make a new word. Like that, farmer. The original word was farm. You add ER. But be careful, not always we add ER. Sometimes we add OR. OR. For example, you have here some words like actor, director, translator, operator. Here we did not add ER, we just add OR to make new words. Now, you will have a small exercise here. You have the verb. You have to add either ER or OR to change the verb to a noun. Okay. You have teach. What do you add for teach? You add ER, so you will make it teacher. Teacher. Okay. Teacher is the person who teaches people. Build is the verb. What do you add? You add, yes, ER. ER, you make it builder. The person who builds houses, we call it builder. Sleep, again, ER. So sleeper. Sleeper is the person who sleeps. Okay, so this is the meaning of suffix. We have too many suffixes, but here in this lesson we just study two of them, ER and OR. So please write the answers. Okay, thank you. Now open your class book, page 83. You will see number 2, vocabulary. This exercise is about what? About suffixes. You just add ER or OR to make new words. Noun. From verb you will make nouns. Read the notes and complete the table. Can you think of any more words to add? We form many nouns that refer to people by adding the suffix ER or OR to a verb. For example, write. What do you add for write? You add just R because you already have E in the verb. So writer. Writer is the person who writes books or things. Okay, again, next one. You have painter. So you have to, what is the original? Here you have to write the original verb. okay? So you just remove the ER, so paint. The original verb is paint. Same thing with inventor, the person who invents things. So you just remove the OR, so you will get the original verb, invent. Explorer is the person who goes to explore many countries, okay? So you just remove the ER, so explore. So now you will see the answers. Please write them in your class book. So here we have the rule for the past simple of the verb to be. So verb to be means it's a big family of verbs. It has many members like was, were, is, are, and others. Now, we will study about was and were. How do we use them? We use was with singular pronouns or nouns. For example, with I, we use was. I say I was tired. With she, he, and it, we use also was. Why? Because she and he and it are singular pronouns. Now, what about plural things? Plural things, we use them with the other pronouns like you, we, they, okay? Because you are talking about many people. Now, this is the rule. How do you start the question? You start your question with was or were. It depends on the pronoun that you have after them. Okay, what about the answer? You start with yes, I was, if it is positive answer, or for example, you can say no, I wasn't, like that. Or it depends on the question. For example, if you have the third one, he was ready. How do you make a question? Was he ready? Was he ready? So you have to bring was at the beginning. And then the answer could be yes, he was, or no, he wasn't. Now open your workbook page 61 and activity B. Complete with was, wasn't, were, or weren't. So it depends. If you have a question, if you have negative sentence, if you have positive, so you have to read, understand, and then write one of these four choices. Were you yesterday morning? So what do we add here? It is a question. What do you add in the question? So you have two choices, either were or was, but you have to look after the blank, okay? You have you. Ask yourself, what do we use with you? Of course, we use were. So write were, not was. We cannot use was with you. So where were you yesterday morning? So the answer is I at the mall. So what do we use with I? Yeah, because it is singular, I means singular, so we use was. It is a rule. With singular nouns or pronouns, you have to use was, okay? Okay, I was at the mall. Okay, now a question. You have a question. Can you see the question mark? You with Lizzie. So, you have you. So how do we start our question? With was or where? Yeah, with where, because we have you. So, were you with Lizzie? No, I wasn't. I wasn't because he said I. With I we use was or wasn't. Okay, number 2, question. So, of course, we start a question with was or were. So, let's read the question to understand what do we put, was or were. There are many people at the beach yesterday. You are talking about many people. So, what do we put, where, was or were? Of course, were, because for plural, for many people, we use were. Okay, were there many people at the beach yesterday? No, there weren't. No, there weren't, because you start your question with where. So the negative of where is weren't. Okay. Now, next one. It's nice question. So we start the question with was or where. Here we write what was because we have it. Okay. Don't remember, you have to start with capital letter, capital W. Okay, so was it nice? Yes, it was. Yes, it was, because you have it. We had a great time, and the water. So what do we use for water? Water is uncountable nouns. With uncountable nouns, we use was. So with water was. Remember that. So the water was really warm. Okay. Next, there are a lot of traffic on the road to the beach. Okay, so what do we write here? Yes, there. Okay, there. Sorry, where? Where there a lot of traffic on the road to the beach? No, there weren't. It looks only 30 minutes to get there. Then that's good. So please write the answers in your workbook. Now open your workbook page 61 and read the sentences and complete. This is activity A. It is very easy. You just have 4 sentences. Read them and change, okay, the verbs. You have one verb in each sentence. Change it to a noun. We did this in the, I think, second slide. Let's read together. Number 1, J.K. Rowling writes. You have the verb writes, books. So she is a what? A writer. So writer. So writes, writer. Okay. Number 2, Lord Byron wrote poems. He was what? Poet. Okay. Johannes Gutenberg was he invented the first printing machine. So he invented, so he was inventor with O-R. Okay. Christopher Columbus explored many places. He was a great what? You have the verb explored. So explorer. You just add ER. So please write the answers in your book. Now let's do activity B. Look at the pictures and write where the people were yesterday. So you have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And please write neatly. You have more than 2 lines to write. So you have space. So let's start with number 1. We have to look at the picture and write. Bob and his son. So for Bob and his son, what do we write? Was or were? Bob and his son, they are 2. So for plural, we use were, not was. So were at the, look at the picture. Where were they? At the aquarium. Okay, so Bob and his son were at the aquarium. Okay, let's go to number 2. What do you see in number 2? This is a picture for a coffee shop. So Carrie and her friends, you are talking about a group of people, so you have to write where. So where at the coffee shop. It is very easy. You can complete it in this way. Number 3, the women. The women means plural, more than one woman. Okay, so maybe 2 or 3. So what do we use with women? We use where at the shopping mall. Look at the picture. You can understand from it that they were at the shopping mall. Philip, picture number 4. Philip, look at Philip. Philip is 1, so singular, so we use was. Philip was at the petrol station. Okay. Number 5, Ricky. Can you see Ricky? Picture number 5. He is 1, so we use was at the zoo. Okay. 6, Melinda. Melinda is a name of one girl. So we say Melinda was at the library. Was, not where, because Melinda is 1. So please write the answers neatly. Now let's finish activity C. Complete with was, wasn't, were, or weren't. Okay, number 1. So, where you yesterday? We said before that with you we use where, okay? Remember that. Whenever you see you, use where, not was. Okay, so the answer for number 1 is where. Where were you yesterday? You can say, or so where were you yesterday? I called you. Sorry, but I home. So what do we use here? I wasn't home. I was at Kylie house. You see, we had a test today and we want to study together. That's okay. So, how the test? You are talking about the test. So, what do you use for the test? It is singular, so we use was. So, number 4, how was the test? Now, question. She want to ask about the test. Was it difficult or easy? So, what do we use for the test? We use was because it is singular. So the question is, was it difficult? No, it wasn't. It was actually really easy. Okay. Now, let's go to number 2. Yesterday, what do we use for yesterday? Yesterday means one day, right? Singular. So, was a bad day for me. My colleagues and I decided to go to a restaurant after work. We went to the big steak. Here we write with we use were. We were very hungry. However, there any vegetarian dishes on the menu. So dishes means plural, so we use were or weren't. Okay, so here we will choose weren't. You see, I am a vegetarian, so I decided to order a salad and some fries. I don't like the salad at all. Okay, there a lot of mustard. So because mustard is uncountable noun, we will use was. Remember, with uncountable nouns, we use was. So there was a lot of mustard or something in it and horrible. And it was. With it, we use was. Horrible. The fries are a plural, so you will use were. Were, okay. We left the restaurant and around midnight. When I go home, however, I was still hungry, but there any food for me to eat at home. There wasn't, because food is uncountable, so we use wasn't. So now the last one is activity D, page 61 in the workbook. We have to make questions and answers as in the example. Now look at the example. Marco Paulo be Spanish. Be means you have to use was or were. Instead of be, don't use be. Use was or were. So, no, he wasn't. He was Italian. Okay. Number 2, Katsushika Hukasai be explorer. No, artist. So, how do we make the question? For questions, we start with was because we are talking about one person. So, was Katsushika Hukasai an explorer? No, he wasn't. He was an artist. Now, number 3, Mark Twain died 1905. No, 1910. So here we will use did. Okay, so did, not was. Did Mark Twain died in 1905? No, he didn't. He died in 1910. Number 4, William Shakespeare be artist? No, poet and writer. So we will start with, was William Shakespeare an artist? No, he wasn't. He was a poet and writer. Number 5. David Livingstone explore Asia? No, Africa. So did David Livingstone explore Asia? No, he didn't. He explored Africa. Claude Mont be born 1940? No, 1840. So was Claude Mont born in 1940? No, he wasn't. He was born in 1840. So please write the answers and write them neatly. And thank you very much for listening to me.